Saturday Sanga, Wallas and Wallies. Greetings from somewhere outside London. What is this part called? Area? This is still Bushey? Okay. Greetings from the bushes of Bushey in London, outside London, near London, near Watford, near Bhaktivedanta Manor, etc. So let's start. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatali Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. He Krishna Karana Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanta Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Gaur Premanande. So, welcome to all of you, and special welcome to Mahima Mai, who has been online, but who now is able to hear, hopefully, translation. Yes? I don't know if she's getting now the translation. Yeah? She should be, you worked on that. Okay. She's, yeah, good. So, and who else do we see? We see all of you. I saw for a moment Zen, Surya Kunda, and is that Sandra there? And can't see in the distance. Yes.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Yes. We are in Yadrinovo.
Yes. And I see. Looks like Gorangi is there with us. Yes? Hare Krishna.
Hare
Greetings.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. So, and who was NND? I saw NND for a moment. Harinama Nandini, Keli Parayana Sevini, Kirtida Nandini. We have so many Nandinis. Madhupuri and Anandamayi and Prema Sarovara and Redmi, no, Hriday Ram and Marisha Sudevi and Anandita Rama and Amarachandra near Heidelberg and Audarya Chandrika. How's the weather in Dubai?
I'm in Slovenia, Guru Maharaj.
Oh, you're back in
Yeah.
Slovenia. Okay.
Yes.
And Manibanda and Gopi Krishna. How's the weather in Gopi Krishna land in Shanghai? Oh, I think she's translating. And Rasodari Hari and Adelina in Romania and Gauranataraj and Sitarani and Malati Mala. Malati Mala, are you there?
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Whoops, this endless echo. Yeah, I think it doesn't work to put on your microphone. No, I just wanted to say, yes, it's not going to work. Your children's book is very nice. Then there's Brinda Priya is with us. And Smara Hari. Smara Hari is outside Beijing. Anantaram Rama. Nandi Mukhi is with us. And who else? And Madai Jivan is with us. And Ivan is with us. And Alakananda. And Shravana Ramaniya. And Katyayani. And Lalitamrita. And Rajali Lavati. And Kishori Kunda. And again, NND, I don't know who is this. And Harunamai. Oh, Karunamai. Nice. And Mathura Mohan in Barcelona. Yes? He's not answering. Sometimes when the picture is off, that means they're not actually there. Gora translating in German. Gora means, I don't know, who is Gora? Ich würde auf Deutsch übersetzen, wenn möglich. Is that happening? Oh, German channel is on. Is that all set up now?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. I put Gaura name, so I don't know who is it. So I hope that is Gaura. Yeah, good. Gaurangi is Gaura. So that's okay for German translation. Can someone confirm that this is the right person?
Oh, Gaurangi, you're translating. Okay. Vielen Dank.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so we can go to Chaitanya Mangala, shall we? For that, we will share. First, we will check. Yes, that should be okay. And then share screen. Then share. Okay. So, 2 weeks ago, so there's been some, shall we say, issue with little Nimai because he was touching used ceramic pots, thereby becoming impure. And purity is a very important principle for the Brahmanas. You are the lamp of my family, the star of my eye. As the body cannot live without the soul, so I cannot live without you, says, who says? Jagannath Mishra says. Oh, yes, he was basically forgiving Nimai. He's hugging him and saying, it's okay. You're everything to me. When these words were spoken, Shachi and Jagannath Mishra both gazed at their son's face. Overcome with love, they forgot themselves. Prema gara gara tanu apna pasare. And then 100 streams of tears flowed from their reddened eyes. The hairs of their bodies stood erect. They spoke with broken words. Gale pulaka shaba anga adha adha. Adha adha, I think it means half, half. So half words. Smiles were born on both their faces. Lochandas thus happily sings the glories of Lord Gora. So this is the end of the chapter, and it has a happy ending. All right, now it says Shri Rag Disha, and that doesn't help me very much, but presumably the way to chant this would be with a certain raga named Shri Raga. Aki Hore Goranga Jaya Jaya. That's a refrain. Are Mora Goranga Prema Amiya Ananda Kina Mora Goranga Ki Are Jai Jai. So glory, glory to Lord Goranga. Glory, glory to Lord Goranga. Alas, why do I not taste the nectar bliss of love for Lord Goranga? So kina, I think, is the question. Ki na more Goranga ki are. Are is, I think, an exclamation. Are. And then jai jai. Are, it's twice. Are. More Goranga Prema Amiya Ananda. So Goranga Prema, love for Goranga. Ki na, why is it not? Why is there not this bliss of love for Goranga? So verse 118. E mote dine dine kane kane ano badaye sharira jena sumeru sutama. Day by day, moment by moment, Lord Gauranga's body grew. He became like Mount Sumeru. So dine dine means day by day. Kshane means moment or in a moment. Kshane kshane. Ano. Ano, I think, is coming. Badhaye is increasing. Sharira, the body. Jena, I guess, is such. Like Sumero. Sutame. Sutama. Yeah, like Sumera, but I don't know what Sutama is. Sustama, Su. Amriter Dara Jeno Bochana Madhuri Shuni Shachi Devi Atimone Kutuholi. His sweet words were like flooding streams of nectar. Hearing them, Mother Shachi felt her heart become filled with wonderful bliss. Shuni, hearing, Shuniya, Shachi Devi, Atimone Kutuhali. Kutuhali is, I guess, yeah, wonderful bliss. Amriter Dara, the words were like a flooding stream of Amrita. Dara, I think, is like a stream. Vachan Madhuri, a sweet speech. Flooding streams of nectar. Kota chale, kota shuni bare chahe rani, Prabhu kahe shunite na pai torvani. Sometimes she would tell him something, and Lord Gora would reply, I can't hear your words. Let's see, kota achale, kota shunibari, shunibare chahe rani. So Rani would refer to Sachi Devi, Sachi Rani. Prabhu Kahe, then the master, Lord Chaitanya, says, Shunite napai, I can't get the hearing, Torvani, of your words. And Tor is this especially intimate form of in this case, possessive pronoun. Uchakorishachi dake mahakutuholi kutuholi shunite napai kahe goravanamali. Then she would playfully shout the words. Still, forest flower garlanded Lord Gora only said, I can't hear. So I think this is something that mothers may often experience, that the child doesn't want to hear. And so, right, he or she plays like, I didn't hear anything. What, you talking to me? So Uchak Hari would mean loud. Shachi Dake, calling. Mahakutuhali, I guess in a very loud way. Shunite napai, sorry, I can't hear. Kohe Gora, says the Lord who is Vanamali, he who wears a forest garland. Batsaldo bhabete mugda hoila shachimata Krodha kori chadi laya daya unamata. Mother Sachi was completely overcome with a mother's love. Wild with anger, she picked up a stick as if to chase him. Uh-oh. Now there's trouble. So Vatsalya bhavete, in the bhava of Vatsalya, Mugda hoila. Mugda, I don't know. I should know, but I don't know. Having been Mugda, Sachimata Krodha Kari, being angry, Chadi, I think means giving up something. Laya, taking, Daya, Unamata. Okay, Unamata, a stick, maybe. Ajivaka nahi shuno udhateramata ridha kale tumi more nahi dive bhato. Arrogant boy, can't you hear what I say? She said. When I grow old, you will not give me even a grain of rice. Okay, Aji Vakya Nahi Shuno. Aji, I think now or today. Vakyam Nahi, my speech. Nahi Shuno, you don't hear. Udoter, the Udoter, maybe aroused mother, angry mother. Vridha Kale, in the time, Kala, of Vridha, of being old. Tumi more nahi dibe bhata. You're not going to give me rice when I'm old. Now, why would she say that? What is her anxiety? Ooh, yeah, she's already in anxiety that he's going to leave. Aro kotadine she shachir nandan kati kari na shunila mayer bachan. In this way she spoke. Sachi's son still insisted, I can't hear my mother's words. Arakotadine, sometime, some days later, She Sachir Nandan, this same son of Sachi, Katikari, I guess is insisting. Nashunila, I didn't hear Mayer Vachan, the words of my mother. Rushila Jeshachi Devi Chahe Ekodite Daya Daribare Jai Hatte Loya Chate. Then Sachi became very angry. One glance was enough. Lord Gora fled. Stick in hand, Sachi chased him. What does this sound like? Damodar Lila, yeah. Rushila means having become angry. Jai Sachi Devi Chahe Akkodite. I don't know, akkodite. In one direction. Dhaya daribare. Jaya hate, in the hand. Laya chate. Okay, so laya, having taken, chate, I guess, is the stick, in the hand. Dhaya daribare. I guess going after him, chasing. Dhaya vishambara gela ashuchirastane takta mrittikar banda barjaye jakane. Lord Gora ran to an unclean place. Again. To an unclean place where rejected clay pots were thrown. So Dhaya must mean running. Vishambar Gela went. Asuchirstane, he went to an unclean place. Takta mrittikare banda. So mrittikar, banda. Mrita is earth, so earthen pots. The place of earthen pots, which are tyakta, which are rejected. Barjaye jakane. Varjaye, tyakta varjaye jakane. Shekane means here. So jakane means where. So I guess it's a correlative of location. Let's see. So there's more trouble. Takiya janani nija shire kore hani hahakar kore devi bole katuvani. Seeing this, Mother Sachi put her hand to her head. Alas, alas, she angrily said. So Dakiya, seeing, Janani, the mother, Nija Shire, on her own head, Korehani, put her hand, Hahakar, alas, alas, Kore, doing alas, alas, Devi, the goddess, Sachimata, Bole, Kotuvani, she said angrily. She's getting more and more angry. Let's see. We started with 8:17. Okay, maybe we stop there. And we try to sing. But before we try to sing, stop and change the sound. And then okay. So I think this first line refrain we have to do without rhythm. Aki hore goranga jaya jaya. Aki hore goranga jaya jaya. Aki hore gorange jaya jaya. Something like that. Are moratoranga. How does does this go? Prema amiya ananda kinamora goranga ki are jaya jaya are mora goranga prema amiya ananda kinamora goranga ki are jaya jaya are mora goranga premamiya ananda kinamora goranga ki are jaya jaya e mate dine dine chane chane ani Valaye shariraye sumeru sutana e mate dine dine chane chane ana Valaye shariraye sumeru sutana amrite dara jera vachana madhuri Shuni Sachi Devi Ati Mane Kutu Hole Amrite Dara Jena Vachana Madhu Shuni Sachi Devi Kata Chale Kata Shuni Vade Chahe Rani Prabhu Kahe Shunite Napai Toravani Kata Chale Kata Shuni Vare Chahe Rani Prabhu Kahe Shunite Napai Toravani Uchakari Shachidake Mahakutu Homi Shunite na pai pai Goravana mari Uchakari Shachidake Mahari Shunite na pai pai Vatsalya Bhavekte Mugda Oila Sachimata Roda Kori Chadilaya Daya Unamata Vatsalya Bhavekte Roda Kori Chadilaya Daya Ajivakya Nahi Shunya Udateramati Ridhana Ridha Kale Tumi Mora Nahi Dire Mata Ajivakya Nahi Shunya Udateramati Ridha Kale Tumi Mora Nahi Dire Arakata dinese Sachirananda Koti kari nashunila Mayera bachan Arakata dinese Sachirananda Kata kari nashunila Mayera Rushila Jai Sachi Devi Chahe Ekadite Daya Doribare Jai Hate Laya Chate Rushila Jai Sachi Devi Chahe Ekadite Daya Doribare Jai Daya Vishwamba Jaya Vishwambara Dela Asuchira Sane Chakta Mrittikara Vanda Vajaye Shekhane Jaya Vishwambara Jatiya Chanani Nija Shire Kare Hani Haha Kara Ore Devi Bale Kuchalani Nija Shire Kare Hani Hala Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Shri Chaitanya Mangala Ki Jai, Shri Lalochandas Thakur Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. And again, welcome to everyone, those of you who have joined later. We are presently in the home of Bhaktin Florina. Our thanks to Florina for hosting us. And we have some, as they say, live audience, as though all of you who are present online are not live. You're also live, but not directly here. But let's see if we can show everybody here. There's Florina, and here's our dear godbrother Ramanatha Sukha Prabhu, who is a pillar of the London Yatra since how long?
9 years.
9 years. And
I don't know about the pillar aspect.
And we have Anisa, and we have Dira Lalita, and we have Ratnavali, and we have Chitra Vilasini, and we have somewhere here, not very well lit, we have Tamal Sham, and back there we have Bharat Shrestha Prabhu, and we have fresh back from Australia, we have Sanjaya. And further back in the garden is Vishnupriya and your good wife,
Kundalata.
Kundalata. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we're all being blessed by opportunities to come together as we do, even in such hot weather. We hear of drought as a thing that happens in the world, not just in modern history, but in earlier history. But I read yesterday or the day before an article saying, expect that this will be the coldest summer in the rest of your life. Yeah, coldest summer, yeah. We're saying, oh, it's so hot, it's so hot, it's so hot. And they're saying, yeah, and it's going to get hotter. And meanwhile, the politicians, they just shuffle papers from one side of the desk to the other and do a lot of talking, but nobody is stopping that which is making it hotter. Okay, news and views. Yeah, where was I last week? We were in Dubrovnik, and we had this conference, academic, yeah, nice people, talking about the Mahabharata and the Ramayana and the Puranas. Some obscure Puranas, I must say, some of them. I gave a talk about, guess what? The Srimad Bhagavatam. And yeah, 2 or 3 or 4 expressed appreciation for what I presented later. One young scholar from Italy, especially, he had also been, his presentation had some similarity. He was talking about rhetoric as I was, so he was very interested in that. But all of what we do in such conference, it's not going to change the world. It's a lot of picking over details of things that probably we in the conference are the only ones who might care about. And even then, some of the presentations were less than interesting, I must say. For somebody, they were interesting. Anyway. But the idea, why do I bother with such a conference? It's sort of putting the Bhagavatam, or keeping the Bhagavatam on the map, you can say, of the academic study of this literature. And also, as Shanakarishi Prabhu says, it's part of what he calls claiming the field. So what does that mean? That means there's a field of study, there's an area of study. In this case, we can say the Bhagavatam, or we might say more broadly Vaishnavism, or we might speak of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. And the idea is it's good if those who practice the tradition are also representing the tradition in the academic world. So that sort of work is not exactly earth-shaking, but it kind of needs to be done. So therefore we do it. And it was nice to be in Dubrovnik. We were hosted there by Mataji Tulsi Priya, who made available one of her rental flats. And it was very convenient. Within walking distance of the venue where I had the talk, had the conference. Yeah. And, oh yes, also, this time at the conference was the deputy director of the Indian Council of Cultural Relations, the ICCR. It's the central government Indian institution. And he gave a speech, and then he gave another speech, and they did a whole session about how different scholars are writing about and publishing about Indian literature in different languages. The point is, though, that I had a chat with him, and I told him that I have written this book, Cow Care in Hindu Animal Ethics, and that it's in the process of being translated into Hindi and is supposed to be published. by Dave Publishers, and the I guess you could say CEO of Dave Publishers was also present, and it's kind of, yeah, it was charming because it turns out Dave Publishers, and they publish a lot of books, a lot of academic books, all kinds in Delhi. Turns out it's a family business, and it's basically just this man, Pankaj Jain, and his wife, and his son, Parichai, and maybe one other son. And that's the whole thing. And yeah, it's a nice little family business. I asked him, so what's your process of deciding whether or not to publish a book? Yeah, we just discuss amongst ourselves. Nothing fancy. Anyway, I told, what was his name, Dr. Ranjan, about my book coming out in Hindi, and saying that if it would be interesting, I could give talks in India about the book. And then he really got interested. He said, oh, please give me your contact and we can be in touch. So that might be interesting in the future. The Hindi translation is in progress. I just checked with the devotee in India who's managing that, and he says, yes, it's happening. He didn't give any more specifics, but we'll see. I told him I will be in India at the beginning of next year, or end of this year. We'll see. Okay, that's the news from me. I should mention, I think we all can be praying for His Holiness Jayapataka Swami. He is in critical condition, apparently in Bangalore. And the last message I read from yesterday is he is barely conscious. They say his blood pressure is regular and his oxygen level is regular, and he's getting dialysis of his kidneys. The impression I get is it's pretty serious now. So, and they're doing kirtan for him and reading to him, apparently day and night. Yeah. And also, I would like to mention the departure of my godbrother, Bhakti Aloka Tapasvi Maharaj, who departed this last week in an amazing way. In his temple, he established a temple near Pula in Croatia. He is Croatian. He was the only Croatian Prabhupada disciple. And he, at some point, some years ago, took shelter of Srila Prabhupada's godbrother, Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Maharaj. And he's led devotees in Croatia. He's traveled a lot in Italy also. But the report is that he departed the world in his temple before his deities while kirtan was going on. Not bad.
His deities or the temple deities?
Oh, the temple which he established. Yeah, Radha Gopinath. The devotees were doing kirtan through the eclipse, apparently. But they say he was insisting on being in the temple, I don't know, for a longer time, apparently. Haven't heard details, but the impression I get is that he kind of understood time is coming and he wanted to be there before the deities. Yeah, so what better way to go? Yeah, Tapasvi Maharaj was very sweet. The very few times that I met him, we always had very sweet exchanges. And the last time I met him, I went to visit him, I guess it was last year, for a short time. And he was, I don't know how to say, he was, seemed to be especially happy that I came to visit. He was suffering from throat cancer, so he could hardly speak at that time. And to my surprise and embarrassment, he gave me a gift. He gave me this very nice pullover sweater, a brand new sweater. It's like, here, this is for you. Oh, okay. Anyway, he has departed. It is, as my godbrother Burijan Prabhu says, this is the decade of tears as the older devotees depart. Okay, after all of this sadness, we need some happy news, I think. Anyone have anything you want to share? Rumor has it, where is Malatimala? Rumor has it that yesterday was your 27th wedding anniversary. Is that true? See if she's there. It's true. 27. You should get a prize. It's such a rare thing now. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very rare. I once read that one couple decided on their wedding day that every year on the anniversary of their wedding, they will make a formal photograph and put it in an album. So over each year, they were adding one more picture of here we are together. And I thought that's kind of cool. So yeah, year after year. And they were together, I don't know how many years. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. I can suggest at this time, I think we should hear something from Ramanatha Sukha Prabhu about his writing. He's looking at me like, what? He's been writing about Lord Shiva. He's now writing about Radharaman. So let's see, how can we set this up? You can sit here.
Can you come closer? Or?
Is there possibility to bring another chair here? I thought I would surprise you.
Well.
Yeah, can be closer. Okay, is there a cushion to go on?
Okay.
Here. Okay.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this, but I had mentioned to Maharaj that.
Wait, let's get this microphone between us.
Okay.
I'll just hold it.
Yeah, I had mentioned to Maharaj that I have a new Back to Godhead article coming out on a topic that's very dear to him and to so many devotees, and that is Sri Radharaman. So I haven't actually talked to Maharaj about it, and now I can talk.
Now
to
we
him.
can talk
Now
about
we
it.
can talk about it. Very nice, and everyone can listen a little bit. It's quite an interesting topic. Somehow or other, by Krishna's mercy, Prabhupada's mercy, I was given the service from my godbrother, Nagaraj, who is the head editor at Back to Godhead.
Yeah.
I was doing some inquiry into research on Radharaman, and I asked him, isn't there some article written on Radharaman in Back to Godhead?
Mm.
And basically, he looked it up. There is one article from the 1990s from Padmanabha Goswami. It's a very short article, nice but short, and not actually from an ISKCON perspective, because he's from the Goswami perspective. But it was nice. That was when Jayadvaita Swami was head editor, and they accepted the article. But then the Nagaraj turned and told me, he said, well, why don't you write an article, Ramanatha? I said, what? You want me to write an article?
Who, me?
Me? But I took it as somehow or other Prabhupada talking through my godbrother to tell me, this, you actually have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So I immediately head off to my computer, started typing away, and within a month's time, I was able to submit something. And Back to Godhead, they have a very nice editorial policy, which is very high standard. So there's actually 5 editors, and they accepted the article, and it will be coming out in November, December. I have not yet sent it to Maharaj, but I think he will enjoy it. I hope so.
Probably will.
Well, it's a fascinating topic. Of course, I don't want to get into the whole history of Radharaman and Gopal Bhatta Goswami. But I'm now also getting encouragement to do more writing. And I'm actually today seeking Maharaj's blessings also to do more writing in this way and actually write a comprehensive book on Radharaman that gets into some of the synergy that is there between the Radharaman Mandir and Krishna Balaram Mandir, and how they both actually help each other, and how they should actually help each other going into the future of the spreading of the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And I also came to a kind of a realization that, yes, 3 years earlier, I had written an article on Gopishwar Mahadev, published in Back to Godhead. And I was always thinking, well, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to write a book on Gopishwara? I never really came to any kind of conclusion. But now I'm getting encouragement to, if I can write this book on Radharaman, one of the chapters will be on Gopishwara Mahadev. The name of my Back to Godhead article is Sri Radharaman, the Living Heart of Vrindavan. The living heart, because Radharamanji is only 12 inches high. He's like a heart. He's a small deity, but he's pulsating with his devotional Vraja energy. He's there at the center of Vrindavan. But how do we understand Vrindavan unless we know how to enter Vrindavan? And that's where Gopishwar Mahadev comes in.
Mm.
So one of the chapters now be dedicated to Gopishwar Mahadev. Now I'm feeling this is the right way to do it. Focus on Krishna, what Shiva as Gopishwar will be a side issue, but an important issue with a more comprehensive book.
Mm.
So Indraduma Swami has given me his blessings. Now I'm beseeching Krishna
Beseeching.
Beseeching. I throw myself at your feet.
Hare Krishna. Blessings, blessings. Go for it.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Well, this is very auspicious to do it publicly then too.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And that was easy.
Yeah.
Have you read the chapter in my book on Radharaman?
I need to do my due diligent research and actually research exactly what you said. And I also have some ideas of traveling to Vrindavan, trying to get in some kind of close connection with the Goswami family and do like interview questions so we can get more understanding of the worship of Radharaman, especially in the early days.
Mm.
And yeah, I have lots of questions, but it requires very sensitive dealings with the leadership there. I'm not quite sure how to go about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be good to approach some of the younger generation Goswamis.
Yes, yes.
They may be more open.
Yeah.
Avadhuta Priya knows some of them. And she might be a good way to connect with them.
Okay.
You know Avadhuta Priya?
No, I'll have to be introduced to this Avadhuta Priya.
We just saw her yesterday. She's here in London. She's a devotee who is originally from Poland, but with a British passport. And she speaks fluent Hindi. And she got to know some of these, especially at least 2 or 3 of these younger Radharaman Goswamis, and really made friendship with them.
Yeah, that's what's required, is to approach it through the connections of friendship. I know.
Yeah.
So I'm exploring, different ideas how to actually do that. The potential is there that, okay, so my article comes out the November-December issue. So I'm thinking if I can get some copies and zoom off to India in November and try and pass a few around in the, figure out a strategy how to actually do it.
Yeah.
And introduce myself.
Yeah.
A non-political ISKCON devotee trying to do research in this area. Yeah.
It's a funny thing, First thing you say, I'm not political.
Yeah.
First suspicion.
Yes, first suspicion. Whose camp is he in?
Yeah.
I've got my one of my official Radharaman. I don't know if they can see me.
Oh.
Can you see it?
Yeah, wow.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to take up too much time, but yeah, thank you very much. As part of Maharaj's inspiration, his always been inspiring me to do more writing, and somehow or other in my senior years, it's given me an opportunity to do some preaching. I'm very much appreciative of his support.
Well, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
Maybe one of you, either live or live, have a question for Ramanatha Sukha Prabhu. Anything about his life as a devotee, or as a writer devotee, or what was the worst time in your spiritual life, or what was the best time? I don't know. Any questions? We're catching you. Oh, yes. Oh, Darya Chandrika.
Hare
Yes, Hare
Krishna. Thank you
Krishna.
so much. Thank you. And Guru Maharaj, thank you for this beautiful surprise, having this nice guest. So yeah, just general question. I'm always love to hear the story. How did you met devotees and how did you join Hare Krishna movement? Yeah, if you can share a little bit.
Okay, make a long story short, of course, I have to push the time clock way back. Way back. We're part of a generation.
We're called dinosaurs.
Yeah, the hippie dinosaur generation, or how you want to think of it. So yeah, I was well, I was born and raised in California, but my family moved to Georgia, and I was going to school in Athens, Georgia, the University of Georgia in Athens, and I met devotees on campus. I was basically 18 years old, and this is in 1972. I identified myself as part of the counterculture, hippie era. Yeah, I'm not going to go into too many details. But yeah, I met the devotees, and I thought they were very strange. They were chanting on campus, but I was intrigued. And finally had the courage to go up and start talking to them, and they invited me over, and I still remember the very first prashadam I had was a fruit salad. And somehow or other, the strawberries were so powerful, I was just like, wow, what did they do to this food?
It's the strawberries.
Yeah. What did they do to this food? And I'm just, and then, you know, read Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita. The very first small book I got was it wasn't Easy Journey to Other Planets. It was Beyond Birth and Death. So Beyond Birth and Death, very nice first introductory book. And then basically Prabhupada's Gita was powerful. And yeah, I joined the Atlanta Temple in 1973, February. Left my pursuits of academia ideas and said, okay, I like these devotees. I like the idea of somehow or other becoming a Brahmin. I thought the Brahmins were like really powerful. Of course, I don't know if I fulfilled that idea so much, but it was like, I said, okay, my career orientation is now, I want to become a Hare Krishna devotee. And that's it in a nutshell. But it was part of the zeitgeist of the era. I was also listening a lot to my Vartma Padakshika guru, Sriman George Harrison.
Oh.
And I have to say he had an influence. I said, you know, if George Harrison can do it, I can do it.
My sweet Lord. Krishna.
So that's it in a nutshell. It was part of what was going on in America. And I dipped my toes into it. I spent 4.5 years of the movement serving Srila Prabhupada while he was on the planet, and then continuing to serve. But, you know, there's those 4.5 years that those memories are etched into my brain synapses. Can't get them out.
Synapses. So you met Srila Prabhupada sometime.
3 different, nothing important, 3 different occasions. Well, I guess one important one. He did give me Gayatri mantra, but I was petrified. I was a 21-year-old brahmachari in the Atlanta Temple, and it was Satrup Maharaj who did the fire sacrifice, and there was a group of 6 of us that went over to Prabhupada's quarters for Gayatri. And I thought we were all going to go in together. He's going to teach us Gayatri. But no, one by one. One by one, Prabhupada took the time and the connection to each of these new initiated Brahmins. I was at the last of the line, just kind of like getting more and more nervous. And so I went in, but it wasn't much of an exchange because I was just too nervous. I was a 21-year-old newbie, so to speak, and I didn't know what to say or do or ask a question.
It was like,
there's Prabhupada.
What's happening to me now?
But and then I saw Prabhupada in Philadelphia at Rath Yatra in 75, and in 77 I saw him in Mayapur, but at that time he was starting to get ill. So that's my little bit of connection, direct connection with my association with Prabhupada. Not much.
Was that your first time to India?
That was 1977. It was Fogel Ashram.
Fogel
In
Ashram.
Vrindavan, and then in Mayapur, kind of austere conditions, but yeah.
The long building.
Yeah, the long building. It was, at least the toilets were all built at that time, I think.
At least there were toilets.
Yeah. So I hope that answers a little bit of your question, but any other questions? Or?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. If I can just add here, because you're talking about Srila Prabhupada, can you just share a little bit of your experience seeing Srila Prabhupada for the first time or whenever you were near him?
Well, we see videos of Prabhupada and it's wonderful, but it's hard to describe being in his presence. Devotees sometimes would say, yeah, he's walking, but his feet don't touch the ground. Well, his feet were touching the ground, but the appearance was he was walking on a cloud of air. And how do you describe a spiritual aura? It's like, yes, like I said, we see the videos, but you don't necessarily see the aura. But in the presence of the pure devotee, the aura is unmistakable. And it's present even to non-devotees. They would notice that Srila Prabhupada was glowing. He was, How do you describe that? It's very hard to describe, but that's the magic and potency of Srila Prabhupada as a pure devotee. He was a self-realized Uttama Adhikari, Shaktivesh avatar coming to bestow his association to us all. Sometimes you see an artistic artwork, an aura, like even in Christian artwork, they have that background.
Like a halo.
Like the halo. Yeah. So it's kind of like that. But like I said, you can't really see it so much in the videos, but in his presence, it was there. Is that okay?
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, Anisha.
What is your experience?
My question is, I'm curious, what is your experience as the receptionist in Soho Temple for all of this time?
With all the funny people appearing there.
What a nice question. It's a great challenge. I'm sitting there, and there's this picture of Prabhupada looking right at me on the opposite side of the wall. It's like, Hare Krishna, Prabhupada. Here I am again today. I'm trying to do some service. And I try and envision that every person that walks through that door has been sent by Krishna. And I have to make some connection, try my best to, greet them, welcome them, see if I can get a conversation going. As you may know, we have some very strange guests coming through that door. We have our regular, I call him Bhakta Karl, but unfortunately Bhakta Karl is an alcoholic devotee. So he comes in intoxicated, and I have to deal with him right there in the reception area and get him to go out.
Oh, encourage him to
but
leave.
Exactly. So it can get very tricky.
He comes regularly?
He does. Well, he comes to see me for some reason.
Oh, because you're friendly.
But he's a devotee. What do you do with a devotee alcoholic? Anyway, you're right on the streets of London. So this is the kind of people you get. Of course, there's all kinds of nice people. Another thing, I'm very amazed that practically every time I'm there at the reception, there's new people who come in for the first time. And you try and talk to them, you welcome them and ask them, have you ever been to a Hare Krishna temple? Some say yes, some say no. So it's like, I'm amazed that the facility is so nice. There's new people coming all the time. Somehow or other, by Krishna's arrangement, they wander into the Hare Krishna temple.
They stumble in.
They stumble in. Sent by Krishna. So it's my job to see is somehow or other all these devotees are sent by Krishna, and I try my best to make a connection. And sometimes there's little mini counseling sessions going on too.
Oh.
Devotees come to me with their problems, say, "Oh, Hare Krishna, okay, see what I can do." But it's very not easy because I'm always distracted. I have to pay attention to what I'm doing at the same time trying to talk to devotees. But yeah. Anyway, it's a wonderful service. I take it all as Krishna's arrangement that I can do this service at Soho Temple.
That entryway area is about what, 2.5 square meters of space.
Yeah. It's I mean, every square inch of the Soho Temple is valuable real estate.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so the preaching still goes on. Radhalananishwar, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, Gonitai, and Giri Govardhan, they're there. I just wrote a small essay, not an article, just an essay about Lord Brahma and Narada Muni. They have the Vyasa signs there on the altar. There's Prabhupada actually wanted to Vyasa signs. He said, every evening, Lord Brahma and Narada Muni come to have darshan of Radhalananishwar. And then Prabhupada said that twice to make sure the devotees understood it. They come every evening.
Yeah.
So a special tradition for this temple.
There's this little seat.
How much do we actually see Lord Brahma and Narada Muni coming for darshan? I don't know, but this is a tradition.
I wonder what the size of Lord Brahma is.
Well, they have a small seat for him,
I
but
know.
What's the size of it?
With his 4 heads.
Yeah.
Somehow I always thought one of those seats is for Lord Shiva.
No, it's Prabhupada's specific. Yeah, sometimes people get mistake Shiva, but no, it's Brahma and Narada Muni. But then we know the story. Shiva comes from the third eye of Brahma.
Yeah.
And Prabhupada says that actually Lord Shiva is more important, powerful than Lord Brahma. So it's very interesting, this kind of dynamics.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess never a dull moment at Soho Temple. Right?
No, it's true. It's like moment to moment things are happening there.
And there's the restaurant, which
very successful.
Very successful.
Oh, very successful. And now, because things are so successful there, I see it like Krishna has given Seven Buri Place. Seven Buri Place is the original temple for Radhalananishwar.
Yeah.
The very first marble Radha Krishna deities in the movement. So in 1978, they moved the deities to 10 Soho Street, but in doing so, they had to give up ownership of Seven Buri Place.
Yeah.
But now, within the last year, Krishna's put that on auction. Devotees snatched it up, and it's almost like Krishna saying, "Here, take it."
Yeah.
And now, as you well know, part of the function of Seven Buri Place, which is within walking distance, like a 12-minute walk, will be a first-class ladies' ashram. So things will change as a result of a nice brahmachari and brahmacharini ashram. I see it as a very...
Now, since I don't know how many years at Soho Temple, the brahmacharinis are way up on the very top floor, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's...
No, not the top floor.
Not top floor, but a small facility.
Yeah.
Like only 4 devotees or something like that. That's what I heard.
Oh, right. That floor. Yeah. Yeah, so, you go hiking up these stairs.
Good exercise.
Which is good exercise. And you have to really be careful, otherwise you'll go tumbling down.
Well, they have good railings.
And you keep climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. And then you get up to the brahmachari ashram.
It's at the top, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very
top
top
is
the
green
for Tulsi Maharani.
Yes. Yeah. 7th floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite a place.
The basement's the kitchen for Govindas. Small kitchen, but somehow or other they produce incredible prasadam there day in and day out.
Yeah. Since so many years.
Yeah. Yeah. And they have a very nice preaching facility called Studio 108, which is for inviting mostly non-Indian types, although some Indians go there, but it's approaching the local youth community, and it's very successful. Devotees are actually being made. And yeah.
And there's also Mantra Lounge.
Oh, Mantra Lounge too. Yes, another offshoot of I guess Mantra Lounge is also connected to the Manor, Bhaktivedanta Manor as well. Or
No.
Is it more Soho? It's connected to Soho. Okay.
It's
Mantra
totally
Lounge is
independent.
I like that. That's good.
By rebels.
Yeah, that's
Rebels.
good. So
I'm
I'm still a rebel at heart, you know.
I think at one point we were connected to Soho, and all of the proceeds used to be given to the temple.
Yeah.
But then we
It used to be closer, but now
And you
it's
revolted.
Yeah, because you used to be in Neil's Yard, so
Yeah.
very close, like 5 minutes walk from Soho Street.
Yeah.
But now we're in Stoke Newington, so much further away, and we still are using the proceeds just to improve the service.
Okay, no, keep it independent. I like that.
I was fortunate to be there yesterday evening. I was invited and led the kirtan. Amazing. I mean, the mood of the people who came, I was really amazed. They're just really focused. And we're hearing that some 60 people came, young people mostly, and very multi-culti.
Yeah, well, London is
also-
multicultural. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing, is London attracts people from all over the world.
Yeah. But it makes for a very rich kind of mood, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes I know there's discussions about preaching in the West, what's successful, or different ideas how to make preaching in the West, better. Because preaching in India is taking off like crazy, but still the Western preaching projects, some are struggling more than others. But I know because I've been in the Soho Temple, it's quite amazing. It's like vibrant, good. I don't know, something like 20 brahmacharis. It's like
They go out on Harinam.
Harinam, book distribution. They go out on the streets of London and they sell sets of Bhagavatams.
Wow.
A whole set, 200 pounds. Boom, got it. They're empowered. How do they do it?
So if you want inspiration for the Hare Krishna movement, come to London for a few days.
Yeah, it's certainly worth a visit, and some people will see actually maybe they fit into it. Maybe they'll fit into the brahmachari. I know once that brahmacharini ashram is open, devotees from all over Europe ladies will look. Maybe that's an option for me.
And it'll be too small.
Yeah, it'll be too small overnight. It'll be too small overnight. Yes.
Ratnavali.
That people were selling 1,000 Bhagavad Gitas per day. Only Bhagavad Gita.
In London.
Around Soho.
Around Soho. So Ratnavali says during the December marathon, devotees were selling 1,000 Bhagavad Gitas around Soho Temple, plus other books. Wow. Quite amazing.
Very strong Sankirtan consciousness. As you can imagine, many of the Bhagavatam classes, come to the conclusion of Harinam. Therefore, Harinam and book distribution. Yes. It's nice. It's good. There's nothing wrong with that.
Being talk to the head of Govinda restaurant, it's 600 meals every day.
Yeah.
600 meals a day are being taken at Govinda's, which is next door to Soho. Every day, 600.
It is probably one of the most successful.
How many days a week?
Restaurants in the West.
7 days a
Yeah,
week?
7 days a week. The only day they close is Christmas, once a year.
So do the math. 600 times.
There's a main manager, there's a secondary manager. Somehow or other they pull it off. They can keep it going. Yeah, food for life.
Wow.
Every day. Well, except Sunday, but yeah, 6 days a week.
Oh, Chandrika, your hand is up.
Yes, Ramanatha Sukha Prabhu, thank you so much for all of your sharing. And I have just one more question, and I hope it's not too personal, because since you're chanting more than 50 years, at least 16 rounds, can you share something about your relationship with japa, like how you approach to japa, or any beautiful relation which you can share with all of us, just out of an experience for chanting for so long?
Yeah, thank you for the question. It's like, now that I'm reflecting on it, it's like all I can think of is how poorly my japa is. But yeah, everything is dependent actually on good japa. It's all there in the Hare Krishna mantra. The whole synthesis of the philosophy, all the books are there. The deity worship is there to help us chant good japa. So that's a daily meditation. And as Prabhupada has instructed so many times, so many ways, get up early, get your japa done early, then you're basically empowered for the rest of the day to do what you need to do in Krishna's service. But it's a focused meditation. It's the essence of everything in Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy, theology, all boils down to 3 words: Hare, Krishna, and Rama. Nicely arranged so that we can ultimately realize that within the holy name is our relationship with Radha and Krishna in the spiritual world. Now, how that's going to manifest, that's going to be different for different devotees, but it's all there. I don't think I need to go on and on. It's all there in the Maha Mantra. It's just a matter of our ability to focus. And Prabhupada kept it simple. Just chant and listen to the sound vibration. That's all. It's not complicated.
Sanjay wants to ask.
Yeah.
I have a question about how to stay motivated during a writing project and from start to finish. And do you have any advice for us if we were to embark on some sort of writing project? How to stay enthusiastic from start to finish?
Wow, and again, a good question. Maybe Maharaj can say something also, because he's such a prolific writer and an academic student and writer. I've never thought of myself as a writer, but somehow or other now in my senior years, I'm getting encouragement. But I'm also connecting it to what Prabhupada personally gave me. Prabhupada personally gave me Gayatri Mantra. So within Gayatri Mantra actually is the invocation of Saraswati Devi. Saraswati Devi is the goddess who bestows the inspiration for creative expressions, and especially in Krishna consciousness. So I don't know, are you Brahmin initiated? Okay, well, you can look forward to Gayatri Mantra and understanding how Gayatri is also a focal point of inspiration for the writers, I think.
Yeah.
It's kind of an esoteric topic. But,
That's a nice point.
Yeah. Inspiration sometimes comes and sometimes goes, but
keep writing.
Keep writing, yeah. Keep writing. And actually these days, you've got a secret weapon. It's called AI.
Oh.
It can be helpful as a tool. Yeah. It is, but you have to get rid of the AI voice and put your voice in. But it can be helpful as a tool. I don't know what you think of that one. AI is not a tool for you so much.
I use it for asking quite specific questions sometimes, and
I feel
I don't want it to do it the writing.
No, not the writing, but I feel it gets my creative ideas flowing better as a kind of a tool.
Yeah, has to be used carefully.
Yeah, used carefully. There you go.
Great. Any other questions for Ramanatha Sukha Prabhu? Don't be shy. Oh, Ananita Rama.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much. Guru Maharaj, darf ich Deutsch sprechen?
Ja.
Ich weiß nicht, wieso ich diese Frage im Kopf habe, aber ich frage es trotzdem, auch wenn es dumm ist, ob Radharaman irgendeine Verbindung mit Krishna Balaram hat. Es beschäftigt mich jetzt die ganze Zeit, diese Frage, aber ich weiß nicht, wo sie herkommt.
Okay. So Ananita Rama is asking whether Radharaman has any connection with Krishna Balaram.
Meaning Krishna Balaram at the Krishna Balaram Mandir, ISKCON. Is that specific to the Mandir or just Krishna Balaram as devotional figures?
As devotional figures.
Well, of course there's a connection. Radharaman is such a unique deity. I describe succinctly, I don't have much room because in my BTG article, I had to keep it all very short. I have a certain limit of words I can use, but Radharaman has so many amazing attributes that are unique. He's Krishna and he's Radharani in one deity. In other words, Radharani is there within the Krishna deity. But to make it even more amazing is Krishna, Radharani, and Chaitanya. It's 3 in one deity. And he embodies Madan Mohan, Radha Govinda, and Radha Gopinath, which are the Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojana deities of the Goswamis. So even beginning devotees are attracted to Radharaman, but ultimately he will lead you to the ultimate pinnacle of pure devotion to Radha and Krishna, Krishna and Balaram. Of course, interestingly enough, you mentioned Krishna and Balaram. My Ishta Devata are 2 Govardhan Shilas, Krishna and Balaram. So in one sense, they brought me to this project of writing about Radharaman. So, but it's all there, Krishna and Balaram, Radha and Krishna, Chaitanya. Is that okay?
Thank you, yeah. Thank you.
Here's a question from Dira Lalita.
Ramanatha Sukha Prabhu, I'd like to ask you, when you're writing a book about Sri Radharaman, is your focus going to be more like a historical approach, or are you focusing more on like in-house stories about Sri Radharaman that may be revealed by the priests? Some unusual relationships between the priests and the Radharaman.
Yes, again, thank you. Wonderful questions. Of course, the history is important. You cannot understand Radharaman without going into the historical understanding of how Radharaman was a self-manifesting deity due to the desire of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Krishna came to him in such an amazing way. And part of the story is also Gopal Bhatta Goswami was serving Rupa Goswami in the Radha Govinda Mandir. And after Mahaprabhu left, Gopal Bhatta Goswami had a dream where Mahaprabhu came to him in a dream, said, if you want, and everyone was lamenting, Mahaprabhu has left this world. But then Gopal Bhatta Goswami had this dream, and Mahaprabhu told him, if you want my association, go to Nepal. It wasn't anything more specific as I understand it, just go to Nepal. Yeah. So now he has to take off for Vrindavan in Nepal because he had a dream of Mahaprabhu came to him. In those days, what an endeavor, right? To trek on up to Nepal. Yeah. It's not like you get a taxi or something, a train. So he walked all the way to Nepal, and then we know the story of him going to the Gandaki River, and the shalagrams came to his pot. So yeah, the history is important, but I am also trying my best to integrate the relevancy of the Radharaman Mandir in modern day preaching, and also what I see as the future of the preaching in Vrindavan. And I want to see this kind of like synergistic relationship of Krishna Balaram, Radharaman, and they work cooperatively together to spread the message of Mahaprabhu. I don't know how much of that I'll see, but I'm trying to get that idea going because without Prabhupada coming to Vrindavan and reinvigorating Vrindavan, the Radharaman Mandir would still be going on, but certainly not to the degree of the success that they're experiencing now. Okay, and yeah, so I would like to see the relevancy of because Radharaman is outside of ISKCON, you could say, but again, yeah, independence is a good thing sometimes. But they should also be very, I think, open to the idea of working in a more collaborative way with ISKCON going forward to spread the movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the world, because they're doing it in their own way through the temple ritual and the beauty of what they're doing with their service to Radharaman. And Prabhupada recognized it too. This is the highest standard of deity worship. And in the early days of bringing the Western disciples to Vrindavan, to India, Prabhupada said, go to Radharaman Mandir, learn the ritual, learn the puja, but more importantly, learn the mood also. And so certain devotees like Jamuna Devi, she was part of those initial devotees, to learn deity worship. So of course, Prabhupada told us ISKCON works on two tracks, the deity worship and the Bhagavat preaching, whereas Radharaman is more like, well, it's not that they're not preaching, but their preaching is through their deity worship. And it's kind of an interesting dynamics, how they do it. They use a lot of social media, and yeah, if you ever go to the Radharaman temple nowadays, it's packed all the time.
Some of the Goswamis are also doing Bhagavat Saptaha.
Yeah.
And some of them are very prominent in that. So that's also how they're preaching.
Yeah, I think they have the disciples too. Exactly.
Oh yeah, they have disciples.
Okay, but it shouldn't be seen as here's the ISKCON camp, here's the Radharaman camp, and they're working separately. Somehow or other, there has to be some cooperation. So that's what I'm hoping for. I don't know if I can do that, but I think I can be a catalyst of some sort. Try for it.
One time when I was researching at Radharaman Temple, I discovered the Radha Vallabha Temple and their music tradition, and then discovered that they had printed books of their song cycle, annual cycle, in 3 volumes. I bought them for 250 rupees, all 3 volumes, hardbound. It's all in Brajabhasha. And I brought one of the volumes and showed to Padmanabh Goswami. And I kind of, in a friendly way, said, why doesn't the Radharaman Temple have such a book of your songs? And he didn't really have a definite answer. And I said, well, couldn't the Radharaman board, they have a board, that managing board, said, couldn't they organize something like this? And he made a big laugh and he said, they can't get anything together. And then he pointed to me and he said, you can do it. You can make such a book. And then it was my turn to laugh. Who am I to do this? I'm not part of your community. Anissa, you had a question?
Just what is Bhagavat Sapta?
Bhagavat Saptaha. Saptaha means 7 days, and it's following the tradition that Shukadev Goswami spoke the Bhagavatam in 7 days. So there's a now very prominent tradition. It's become very popular in recent decades. It's gone also international. It's become quite commercial in some respects, and Srila Prabhupada criticizes that very sharply. I would say there's a kind of spectrum from the more devotional to the more profit-oriented. But these are events that are not necessarily for 7 days. They may be for 3 days or so. But often they'll be for 7 days. And people, they come and they'll be there and they'll listen over a 7-day period to the Bhagavatam. And the Kathakar, as he is usually called, or she, some of them are quite, they're actually professionally trained. There are schools in Vrindavan where from a young age they train kids to become speakers of the Bhagavatam. And they learn extensively, they memorize extensively from the Bhagavatam, and they become very expert.
Are they giving commentary, or they're just kind of like reciting Bhagavatam?
No, they're giving, it's a whole performance. They'll some of them, and they'll usually have or always, I think, they'll have a music band with them that's playing softly in the background as they speak. And then at some point they'll break out into song, and the band, gets...
Oh, gotta have their song and dance.
They gotta have the song and dance. No, but sometimes, there's a wide... You can find them all over the internet now, YouTube. There's different styles, different qualities. Some of them more tastefully done, but the Radharaman Goswamis, I would say they're more traditional. And some of them also have been trained from childhood to do Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. I sat in on a Bhagavad Gita back when I was researching Radharaman, but this was done by our own Radha Govinda Swami. And he was speaking in Hindi, and he did the whole 7 days on one chapter of Canto 11, chapter 2. So usually these Kathakars, they'll speak from 10th canto, and that's something Prabhupada criticized. They're always jumping to 10th canto. So Radha Govinda Maharaj spoke from Canto 11, philosophy. I could follow, something of it, not a whole lot. And whenever he would tell some joke, everyone would laugh. I could follow. But still, it was nice to be there. Yeah. Krishna. Oh, I want to say thank you so much for this spontaneous interview.
No, this is very nice for me, for Maharaj. This is now we have.
It's a good thing. Now it's out there. Now you have to write. Yeah.
I'm seeking blessings wherever I can get them to write a book.
Jai. Radharaman ki jai. Now I want to spontaneously ask Bharat Shresha Prabhu to come and say something about mantra lounge.
Oh, please come. Hare Krishna.
Almost, I found out how many meals are in Soho. 218,000 400 meals per year.
Oh, you calculated 280,000. 18,400. That's pretty good. And they're paying for them. So this is Bharat Shrestha Prabhu in London. He is managing, I should say, together with Florina, yes?
There's a whole team.
There's a whole team, okay. Maybe you can just say a little about the history of Mantra Lounge.
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity to share something. Mantra Lounge began around 15 years ago.
Oh, so long.
Yeah, and since then I wasn't involved in the beginning. I discovered Kirtan around the same time. But the project started sharing Kirtan once a month, and then it became every 2 weeks. And now for a long time, it's been every week. So every Friday for 2 hours, we share Kirtan, primarily with people who perhaps have never been chanting mantras or been to Kirtan before. And they're enlivened by the experience, but also the small team that we have, we're also very enlivened by the way that they chant and their enthusiasm to chant. And then perhaps a few years ago, we've now started an additional program once a month on a Sunday where we gather in a smaller group. We sit in a circle and we again have kirtan, but then we also read something from currently from Ramanatha Swami's Journey Home book. Yeah, where we take one of his stories and we read it together and then we reflect upon the theme that's coming out in the story. So we're really trying to create a sense of genuine community amongst the people who are coming to Mantra Lounge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to me that this is the sort of thing that anybody could do to start something like this wherever they live, isn't it? Find a space and advertise and have some prasadam snack in the end, and have a mridanga player and a kartal player and a harmonium player and singer, or some combination of the three. And make it happen. Yeah. That's kind of who started the Mantra Lounge
as a disciple of Devamrita Swami called Jay Murari. She felt inspired to just find a space where new people would feel welcome to come. And she found a space in Covent Garden in Neil's Yard, and we were there for 13 years.
Of course, London does have advantages of being such a place of its big population and its all kinds of people. Yeah. And I guess there's very much a spirit of exploration. There are a lot of artists in London, isn't it? Yeah. So it's good for that. People are open. Yeah.
Not fanatics like in Poland.
or in South Serbia.
I think the multicultural aspect of London opens people up, so that here's another culture, Hare Krishna or Indian, it's like, oh, let me experience that.
Yeah, let me check this out. Yeah.
Free spirit.
Huh?
Free spirit.
Free spirit, yes. Yes. Florina, do you want to say anything about your experience? You want to come here?
So I actually come in Krishna consciousness through Mantra Lounge. It happened about 5 years ago, where I experience my first kirtan. And I remember being so elevated, first by hearing the drum, the Mridanga beat, but also just being very elevated from hearing the mantras. And I remember sitting right at the back. And it was a New Year's event, but Mantra Lounge was doing with other kirtaniers. And I remember thinking, wherever this was, I want to experience more of it. And then I met someone there, and they said to me, if you like this, they do this every Friday in Covent Garden. So yeah, I basically joined in January 2020, somewhere around then. And firstly, I have to say, I think it gives you this sense of experiencing something that's beyond yourself, and also something really meaningful. And then with all of that also comes this sense of community, which I think it's in London especially, it's also very helpful and very much needed. So yeah, that brings me 5 years later to where I am today.
The rest is history. You came once to the manor, I remember, when I gave a talk on cows. When was that?
2022.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. Any questions for Florina? Here's a question from...
What kind of follow-up do you have? I mean, you have people come, they have a good experience, but how do you keep in touch with them? Or how do you then bring them to either of the temples? That's okay.
I'll repeat the question to everyone. What Prabhu is asking is, what kind of follow-up do we have at Mantra Lounge, and how do we keep in touch with people? And I think this goes nicely to what Bharata Shesha was sharing, that now on Sundays we try to do the mantra circle, where we discuss a little bit of the philosophy through the reading of Radhanath Swami's book. We also have a Mantra Lounge community on WhatsApp where we share a lot of what we do. And we generally try to make friends and just be interested in what people like, what people dislike, and just have conversation with them after the kirtan. I try to... A lot of the team does this, but we try to which mantra did you connect with the most tonight, and why, and what brought you to tonight, or how did you find us? Just a small conversation like that, or even sometimes just a simple, how was your week? That really brings that sense of we care about the people that come through our door. And yeah, that's why perhaps they're still coming.
What about book distribution? Do it there, or you keep that kind of low key?
I think that has come up a couple of times. We have a couple of books on there. If we see that there's enough interest, we perhaps open the conversation towards other books as well. But so far we have a very kind of small, limited number of books there. Would you say anything else to that?
We have, I think, currently 3 books there. 2 books by Radhanath Swami and Rancho Prime Prabhu's Bhagavad Gita. So we've read many books, and we thought we wanted to pick those that we felt are most accessible for the type of people who are coming to our events. And we do see often people will take a picture of the book table when they arrive or when they leave, and then they'll come back some weeks later and say they've read the book, so they've bought it themselves. Some people do buy the book from us. And when we have our Sunday Sangas, if you like, the circles, then people are so moved by the writing of Radhanath Swami, so they will often then ask, oh, where can I buy this book? And then we'll say, we have one. So it's happening in a kind of organic way, if you like. Like Florina said, our emphasis is always on trying to let the person feel cared for. And that can be as simple as just remembering their name. People are very moved that when you remember their name, they feel like they're a part of this community. And then, and then we see how they want to then come and help us on a Friday to set up the space. they feel accepted by the community just by being allowed to do that. And so it's, yeah, we're trying to preach with this mood of family or community and just let things progress organically that way.
Well, we're kind of at the time we usually end, but Gauramitra, you have a question for Florina or for Paracheshta or for Ramanatha Sukha?
Hare Krishna. Actually, about the mantra lounge, because we had a similar program in Zagreb, it's Krishna Lounge, that is copied from the San Diego, that started by Bhaktivedanta Tirtha Swami Maharaj. But with the time, it starts come we can say, more senior strict devotees, and atmosphere was more strict with the regulations and this and that, and unfortunately, the young people start left from the program. So do you have the similar experience like this? Do you have some kind of the limit who can come from devotee side, from Hare Krishna side in the mantra lounge?
Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you for asking. And I'll invite Bharata to share some insight as well. But generally, our program is an outreach program, so it's for non-devotees. And yeah, we try to keep that quite in line with our mindset. Yeah.
Keep it as open as possible and accessible.
Yeah. Otherwise, our guests might get a little bit confused if they see different things. And
is there like a plan of Mantra Lounge, like leaders, to take or decide who of those community people who are coming to Mantra Lounge are getting sort of readier for taking the next step? Do you have a program for that as well?
I'm going to let Bharata.
Yes.
Send them to the temple.
Yeah, I mean,
keep them from going.
Maharaj said it, not me, but yeah, I feel like almost the next step for our community, other than them feeling part of the community and feeling loved and accepted, is to start their own spiritual practice with chanting japa, for example. And that we've seen happen through our Sunday gatherings, where at the end of the circle, we chant japa together for, say, 4 or 5 minutes. And then we offer for them to buy some beads, which we've brought over from Vrindavan. And almost every time one person will take a set of beads, and then they just take up the practice, and they will chant one round a day and keep going. So, yeah, I guess because we're catching people almost at the very beginning of their journey, and our team is maybe 6 or 8 people, practically all of whom are working, and now we have babies coming into the team and so on. So we are quite stretched. So, we can take people the first few steps of their journey, but we're still trying to think about how to take them even further. We are very blessed that we get like devotees like Maharaj and Sachinanda Swami and others who come so they can also get connected to our gurus and so on. But yeah, we're still trying to figure out how we can take people further.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, I don't know if we're out of time or not, but I just wanted to share a little bit of my experience about how I took it from visiting Mantra Lounge every Friday to chanting. And I think this is where COVID was a real blessing for us, because there was a few of us we became friends, and then it so happens that we're living fairly close to each other, and we illegally used to get together and chant and do kirtan, which is such a rare thing at the time. So that kind of put me into a place where I could, because my friends are chanting, I feel like I felt inspired to chant. And it was I remember chanting really early in the morning, with the group, and that was such a special thing to do, and I really feel like that sustained my practice. So yeah, I just wanted to share that because that was really appreciated.
And it was especially sweet because it was illegal. So I think, thank you both for telling us. Mantra Lounge, London Ki Jai. So this brings us pretty much to the end of our time. Next week is going to be a busy Saturday, 12 o'clock. Oh, I think we still have Saturday Sanga. I'm going to be in Crowley, south of London, and we'll have a morning program and an evening. I don't know if I'm going to survive all this, but we'll see. Okay. In any case, we wish you all a wonderful week, and we suggest that you, as Prabhupada said, try to chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Did you know he says try to chant and be happy? He doesn't say, he never said chant and be happy, at least not recorded. And as we say, stay safe and stay sane. Okay? Thank you all for joining. And Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo.
Hare Krishna, Jai Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
All gone. Send them.